So last 4 days after Bitcoin touched 43K, I told you guys this. We've had our third green weekly candle in a row. And if we're able to get enough momentum to push us past this 43K resistance line, then we should probably see a 50K Bitcoin very soon. So Bitcoin was able to get enough momentum to push past 43K, but then the price has not yet touched 50K like I said. This is mostly because we are seeing more and more people jump into altcoins like Ripple, Cardano, and Matic. And this is still in the shine away from Bitcoin. There is something massive happening in the Bitcoin's dominance chart. And if things play out just right, then we should see a second altcoin season, altcoin season 2.0. Let me show you. Hey everyone, this is Seth with Ascent22. The content is free, the jokes are free. All I ask is you make my side chick happy, the like button, make her happy. I've given you permission to touch her. She has given you the permission to touch her. So go ahead and touch her. I know you want to touch her. You will know she likes you when the like button turns blue. Okay, so now let's look at the charts. We are looking at the daily chart for the Bitcoin versus US dollar pair. And we can see from the chart that the price of Bitcoin is very bullish at the moment, right? The price is trading in this ascending wedge. And this ascending wedge pattern is pretty bullish, but then it also has a bearish side to it, right? So the price of Bitcoin could keep pushing up to 50K or even higher. But then at the end of, in case price keeps trading in this ascending wedge, then there's a high probability that the price will break down below this ascending wedge pattern. And then in case it does do that, I currently have my price target sitting at 40K. Do not hate the messenger. I'm just bringing the news, right? This ascending wedge pattern is actually bearish. But then in case price does break higher and breaks out of this ascending wedge and go higher, right, then we could continue our bullish trend. On the weekly time frame, we can see that Bitcoin is very bullish at the moment. We are putting in our fourth green weekly candle in a row, right? So this is pretty bullish for Bitcoin. So in this ascending wedge pattern, we could keep pushing higher, right? In case we have enough momentum. If we do have enough momentum, this will definitely push us higher. But then let me bring up the MACD. Let's see how much momentum we have. So let me do a little bit of cleanup. And from the MACD, we can see that the MACD line, this blue line, is almost in the process of crossing the orange line, right? So in case this blue line crosses this orange line, then we should have enough momentum to definitely push us higher, right? So that would definitely I think that will probably push us higher past our highs, the previous highs at 64, and probably push us into 100K. But then that is too early to call. We definitely need more momentum at the moment. Bitcoin would definitely need more strength or momentum to push past the 50K level and go towards 64K. But for Bitcoin to be able to do that, Bitcoin needs to be dominating, right? So let's look at Bitcoin's dominance chart to see what is happening. We are looking at Bitcoin's dominance chart at the moment. And from the dominance chart, we see that Bitcoin's dominance is trading in the same ascending wedge pattern as the Bitcoin versus US dollar pair, if you remember, right? So if you remember, this ascending wedge pattern is actually bearish, right? I currently have my bearish target sitting at just above 40, right? Just above 40. And then we can see from the chart that Bitcoin's dominance, right, over here, Bitcoin's dominance is already breaking down, right? It's already breaking down. And in case this continues to the 40 level, we should see altcoins taking advantage of this, right? And then we'll see more liquidity getting outside of Bitcoin, getting sucked out of Bitcoin and going into the altcoins. In case Bitcoin's dominance keep breaking lower and heading towards 40, we are going to see altcoin season 2.0. So make sure you have Bitcoin's dominance chart on your watch list and keep an eye on it, because in case Bitcoin's dominance breaks lower and goes towards 40, we are definitely going to have a massive altcoin season 2.0. And this is not financial advice, but then if you've not yet loaded up on your altcoins, you better get to it. Now let's take a look at some of the altcoins making some of the massive moves in the market. Let's start by looking at Matic. We are looking at Matic versus US dollar chart at the moment. And we see that Matic has already broken out of this ascending wedge pattern that Bitcoin is stuck in, right? So Matic has pushed above this ascending wedge, and the price is now trading at $1.42 for Matic, right? This ascending wedge pattern is actually a bearish indicator, right? So I had assumed the price would break lower, right? So I had my price target sitting at 80, 85-ish, right? But then since Matic broke up and out of this ascending wedge, I had to readjust, and then my price target is now sitting at like, $1.45-ish, right? So Matic is very bullish at the moment. That is because Matic is dominating Bitcoin at the moment. So let's take a look at Matic versus Bitcoin. We are looking at Matic versus Bitcoin at the moment, and from the chart we see that Matic against Bitcoin, Matic was trading in a descending wedge pattern, right? And this descending wedge pattern is actually a bullish indicator, right? So I had my bullish target sitting at this point, and we see that Matic has broken past that, right? So Matic is very bullish against Bitcoin at the moment. We see the same thing for Matic versus Ethereum, right? Let me do a little bit of cleanup and we will see the same thing, right? So over here, we see the same thing, right? Matic was in a descending wedge pattern against Ethereum, right? And it has broken out and above past my target, right? My bullish target. My bullish target was over here, was sitting over here. And Matic has already broken past that. So Matic is going extremely bullish at the moment. There is a high chance Matic's price could push 20% more from here to $1.70. With the Alonso fork coming soon for Cardano, let's take a look at Cardano. So yet again, we see another altcoin, in this case Cardano, trading way above the ascending wedge that Bitcoin was stuck in, right? So Bitcoin is stuck in this ascending wedge, but then we see another altcoin trading way above the ascending wedge, right? So this is highly bullish for Cardano, right? Cardano is gaining dominance against Bitcoin at the moment. So let's take a look at the Cardano versus Bitcoin. We are looking at Cardano versus Bitcoin at the moment. And from the chart, we see that Cardano is going very bullish against Bitcoin, right? Cardano has broken above and outside of this descending wedge pattern or descending channel pattern, right? And the price of Cardano against Bitcoin is sitting at this price level. But then my bullish target is sitting at this level. So from my perspective, Cardano still has more room to cover, right? So Cardano is not yet done going bullish, right? With the Alonso fork coming soon for Cardano, I believe Cardano has more room to cover, and then it will probably go higher from here. Let's look at Cardano versus Ethereum. Let me bring the Cardano versus Ethereum chart up. And from the chart, we see the same pattern, right? We see a descending wedge pattern for Cardano versus Ethereum. And we see that Cardano over here has broken above this channel or this wedge pattern, right? So Cardano has broken this wedge pattern. And from my perspective, Cardano will go very bullish against Bitcoin and Ethereum very soon. Ripple has been gaining some steam in the market recently. So let's take a look at the Ripple chart. We are looking at Ripple versus US dollar chart at the moment. And we see from the chart that Ripple is going very bullish against the US dollar, right? So Ripple broke out and went up above this descending wedge pattern, right? So it went above this descending wedge pattern. Over here, we see price has been shooting up. And my price targets, Ripple did break above my price target, right? So this yellow bar over here is my price target, and Ripple has broken out of it, right? But then it looks like it is pulling back and heading lower below it. But then I really believe that Ripple will keep pushing up. But then let's look at the Ripple versus Bitcoin pair, and then the Ripple versus Ethereum pair. We are looking at Ripple versus Bitcoin at the moment. And from the chart, we see that Ripple is going very bullish against Bitcoin, right? Ripple has broken up and out of this descending wedge pattern, which is very bullish, right? So Ripple is now heading up above it. My price target is sitting at this point, right? So that is about, let's see, that's about 25% more or something. Yeah, that's about 20% more. So Ripple has 20% more to go above Bitcoin. Now let's look at Ripple versus Ethereum. So Ripple versus Ethereum. Let me do a little bit of cleanup. And we see that Ripple versus in the Ripple versus Ethereum chart, we see the same pattern that we saw in the Ripple versus Bitcoin, right? So Ripple is going bullish against both Bitcoin and Ethereum at the moment, right? So it has broken out of this descending wedge pattern, and it is pushing higher, right? So our price is pushing higher against Ethereum. My price target is sitting at this point, and so that is about, let's see, about maybe a 30% more. Oh, actually, 50, yeah, close to 50% more against Ethereum. But then we'll have to wait to see for that one because that is a lot. But then that Ripple is going very bullish against Bitcoin and Ethereum at the moment. And I believe there's more room to cover. So Ripple is doing very well against Bitcoin and Ethereum. But then now let's take a look at Dogecoin. Okay, we're looking at Dogecoin versus the US dollar chart at the moment. And from the chart, we see that Dogecoin is going very bullish against against US dollar at the moment, right? So Doge, after breaking this descending wedge pattern, it has been shooting up like crazy, right? But then it has been a little bit of a lackluster, right? But I have my bullish target sitting at about 55 cents, right? And at the moment, Dogecoin is sitting at 27 cents. So Dogecoin has a lot of room to cover, right? It has all of this room to cover. That is from my perspective. If Bitcoin doesn't bring down the market, and Dogecoin has the opportunity to run up, Dogecoin has that's about like 90%. Yeah, it has about a 90% room to cover against the US dollar. So that's very big for Dogecoin. But then let's look at Dogecoin versus Bitcoin now. We are looking at Doge versus Bitcoin at the moment. And from the chart, we see that Doge is going bullish against Bitcoin also. Doge is going bullish against US dollar and also going bullish against Bitcoin. Doge has broken up and above this falling wedge pattern, right? And currently the price is sitting at this point. My bullish price target is at this point. So Doge has a lot of room to cover, right? Let's take a look at what percentage it has to cover. So it has about 43% more to cover against Bitcoin. But this is only if Bitcoin doesn't bring down the market. Let's look at Doge versus Ethereum now. So let me do a little bit of cleanup. And for Doge versus Ethereum, we see the same pattern, right? We see the same pattern, the same falling wedge pattern. But then it doesn't look like Doge has broken out against Ethereum at the moment, right? So Doge is still trading in this descending wedge pattern. But then in case Doge actually breaks out of this pattern, Doge will go very bullish against Ethereum, and the price of Doge should definitely go hit. I will not put a target on it at the moment, but we should definitely get past 30. So in case we do push, we push up higher, Doge will get to this price target. And what is that? Let's see. That is about 70% against Ethereum. And so this is 70% against Ethereum. So imagine how much it could cover against US dollar. That would be a whole lot. So those are my price predictions for Doge, Cardano, Matic, Ripple, and Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's dominance keep falling low towards 40 and the price of Bitcoin trades sideways for some time and does not bring down the market, then we should definitely see a second altcoin season or altcoin season 2.0. Now get in the comment section and let me know what you think about the second altcoin season. What altcoins would you be buying? So don't forget to make my side chick happy, the like button, touch her until she turns blue. Alright, she has given you the permission, so go ahead and touch her. You know you want to touch her. And don't forget to touch my side chick number 2, the subscribe button. Touch that one also. She has given you the permission. Touch her until she turns gray.